Hey guys, welcome to the video. As you can probably tell in the title, this is an update. My whole goal is when I'm carrying, I want to be as comfortable as possible. And I believe I've achieved that. So first, we'll just make sure I took the magazine out. There's nothing in the mag well. There's nothing in the chamber. So you can visualize it, so no one's in the comment. There's no ammunition near me. So, and then secondly, there's two things that I've done. So I got the Gbrs holster, and this is a very big difference compared to the We the People holster. Not my proudest moment, but you know, I was balling on a budget at the time. Just bought the firearm, so I needed to just go cheap, and I'm glad I waited because I think Gbrs was just formed a few months ago. So I really love this holster. You might be asking, why not T-Rex Arms holsters? Well, they don't make any for the P365X macro, and Gbrs does. Way better holster, feels way more comfortable. The biggest thing for me that I really like compared to We the People, and I can only compare it to what I have, is these two clips here, these metal, hopefully you can kind of tell, but these are very tight, and they have this little locking, let's see if you can kind of see it, at the end here, a locking mechanism. So once you do put it on, and you do draw your firearm, even if you do pull up, the holster will stay on your belt. So granted, I believe I did pay full price for this at $95 with shipping and handling. I believe I did get taxed. Usually in the state I live in, we don't, but that's kind of besides the point. And then the second thing, and I believe this is, I used to carry the Wolf Tactical CCW belt, and I believe, like I said, when I first started on, I bought the belt for $30 to $35, and I thought it was a very good belt at the time until I recently upgraded to the Nexon belt, which looks like this, and it's very sturdy. Hopefully you can kind of see it. And just kind of with it on, quickly adjust just by pressing under the belt. If you want it loose, or if you need it tighter, hold it and just push in. Just push in, you'll kind of hear the locking. So this is probably the best thing that I've kind of bought. How long it'll last, I'm not sure. Some people say it doesn't last very long, some say it does, but that is kind of my update recently to my X macro. And I don't know if you guys caught it or if it was on the latest video, is I did upgrade to a green hollow sun compared to your red. I wouldn't really call it an upgrade, but it was more personal preference, I would say. I think the green is more usable when you're out kind of in brighter days and stuff like that. So that's kind of my quick 4-minute update on this, kind of the things I've kind of done. My recommendation would be find a belt you like. I found this one on Amazon for $60. And I love it, I really do. So far I've been wearing it about a week and a half, and from like a 6 to about a 10, and it's something I've enjoyed. So yeah, overall, do I recommend the belt? Yes, it's a 10 out of 10. Just carrying, bending over, stuff like that, like obviously you can feel it, but how thick the belt is definitely is able to support more and keep the gun close to your body, and I think that's been honestly my biggest upgrade, is the belt. And lastly, obviously, is just getting yourself a good holster. And lastly, just make sure if you do have one in the pipe, just make sure you have a good holster, Kydex, or probably just avoid leather or like soft kind of holsters, and you should be okay. Something I did personally, just another quick tip, is, though it's kind of silly, is I would rack one in the chamber of my firearm when we're at the range, and I'd have one in the pipe, and just having it facing downrange, obviously, where like me and my friends weren't, and just seeing, it was just kind of like a mental thing for me, is obviously understanding that the firearm is not going to go off by itself. So I know that might sound silly, or you can get yourself a dummy round and carry that in the chamber, and just as you do like a thing for a week or two, just see if the hammer does hit the back of the the dummy round primer. But that's just something I personally did, is just mentally needing to know, like, hey, the handgun is not going to go off and shoot off my balls. So that's just something I did. Everyone has their own theory, stuff like that, but obviously when you're carrying something like this, you don't want to rack it in a stressful situation. So just being able to come to terms that you have one hot in the pipe is just something I needed to do personally to just kind of overcome that. But yeah, hopefully you guys kind of like the short video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you found any of this information useful, really consider subscribing, because I think we're close to about 575. I'm really trying to push to 1,000 by my birthday month of July. So besides that, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.